What's my name? What's my name? What's my name? What's my name?
He keeps asking what his name is. This bird seems to be remarkably well trained. How can I find your name?
Beautiful but impish. You search for her name. Long ago, on you she played a trick. Or was it your heart that she did prick? German bird or eagle? They're one and the same.
This one isn't too difficult to figure out.
Elementary. The message written on this paper is illegible.
Well done, Holmes.
We are supposed to find 6 birds, and there is one missing. 2 possibilities. Either one of the birds has flown and taken our hopes with it, or, despite our misfortune, there is still a chance that the last bird is completely diurnal and is perched somewhere awaiting the day.
What shall we do, Holmes?
Stay up, Watson, and wait. Wait for the dawn and the first signs of life from the bird. Watson! Watson! I hear a bird's call. It would appear that our prayers were answered. We must seek it quickly, Watson.
The bird, Holmes. There it is.
A bird, yes, but which one? We must identify it, Watson.
Oh dear God, no.
Incredible. Based on this bird book, it is a Lemurgier. I have heard about them, but I have never seen one with my own eyes.
Since you never leave our lodgings, I'm surprised that you've even heard talk of them. Now what?
Lemurgier, Watson. If only it was Greek and had a great big turtle.
What?
A turtle, Watson. Have you never heard of Aeschylus the philosopher?
I must still be sleeping. This is all a dream. Maybe the whole thing has been a dream. It must be the side effects of the nightmare I was having. Any moment, Mrs. Hudson will...
Watson, get a hold of yourself, man. You aren't dreaming. Our mission, England's honour.
Holmes, did I really hear you talk about a Greek, bearded vulture, a turtle, and a philosopher all in the same sentence?
Indeed, Watson. Listen carefully. Aeschylus was an ancient Greek philosopher. He had a phobia of enclosed spaces and would never enter a building of any kind. This was as a result of the fact that it was predicted that he would die by being crushed by a roof. Do you know how Aeschylus died, Watson? His skull was smashed by a turtle that fell from the skies. We cannot escape our destiny. A turtle carries its house on its back, and its shell is its roof. But where did this turtle come from, and why did it fall exactly on the head of this poor man? Some would say that it was the divine power attached to the prophecy. There is, however, a more pragmatic explanation. The Lemurgier, or bearded vulture, likes to eat the bone marrow from the cadavers of large animals. To extract the marrow, it grabs the bone in its claws and flies to a great height. Then it lets go over a rocky area where the bones smash and split open, giving it a lavish feast. Some of them have been observed in Greece behaving the same way with turtles as they normally do with bones, to get at the flesh. Aeschylus was of an advanced age at the time of his death, and his bald head would have reflected light like a smooth rock. Had he been under the shelter of a house, he would never have been hit with the turtle in the first place. I'll let you ponder the philosophical points of the matter, but coming back to our Lemurgier, we'll need some bait and something with which to capture the beast.
Holmes, I will take care of finding a turtle. I'll return as soon as possible.
Really, Watson? I commend your industry and valour. That leaves me to find something to trap it.
However, Holmes, would you happen to have a few quid on you?
No, but you can make a detour via Baker Street. There must be at least 10 sovereigns hidden in our lodgings. Just a little memory exercise that I set up. At the boredom, you know.
Well, I'm not sure where we will find any turtles, but I do know where there are a couple of tortoises. And anyway, I think we have some more graphical glitches. I believe these are bones, but of what? I have no idea. Let's get back to Baker Street. I didn't actually look at the map to see what else is on here. We have the Burlington Arcade, Piccadilly Circus, and Oxford Circus. Okay. So all we need to do right now is hunt around for 10 sovereigns.
A sovereign. Perfect. A sovereign. Perfect. A sovereign. Perfect.
As you can see, it's not too difficult.
A sovereign. Perfect.
Thankfully, the lack of things to interact with actually helps with this.
A sovereign. Perfect. A sovereign. Perfect. A sovereign. Perfect. Ha ha! A sovereign. Elementary, my dear Holmes. Ha ha! A sovereign. Elementary, my dear Holmes. Strange place to stow money. A sovereign. Perfect.
Is that them all? Okay, we have 11 now. Let's go and find a tortoise. No? Okay, I thought these were going to fly off. I apologise if I ruined any immersion.
How much for one of these turtles?
The champion isn't within your means, chap. The loser will set you back 10 sovereigns.
How much for one of these turtles?
The champion isn't within your means, chap. The loser will set you back 10 sovereigns.
I like how he threw his arms up like, you've just already asked me that question.
While you wait, Watson, I need something big with which to catch the lammergeier. It's a rather large bird.
While Watson waits? Where is Watson and why is he waiting?
This net would be perfect if it wasn't in such a pitiful state. I'll need some string to repair it. This string is perfect. I'll get to work while I await Watson.
Now I need to remember how to do this. Hopefully I can get this done first time.
Here's your turtle, Holmes.
Watson, you impress me. This specimen will be ideal. I need to find somewhere to put it down, Watson.
Please don't let this go horribly wrong.
Stand back, Watson, as we wait for our bearded friend to descend.
I hope you'll be able to catch it on the first try, Holmes. Ginger would never forgive me.
Ginger?
Yes, the turtle.
Of course, of course. There's our starving friend, Watson, and the last paper.
At last. I thought we'd never succeed. Now can we head back to our lodgings and sleep for part of the day? We have until this evening.
We are heading back to Baker Street, Watson, but not to sleep. We have time for a meal, and then we must make haste to the next location that we will ascertain with the help of these messages.
But I'm done for, Holmes.
As Aeschylus said, I think the slain care little if they sleep or rise again. Come, Watson, make haste.
I can no longer take it. Regardless where these papers that were found on those damn birds at the Tower of London lead, you'll be going without me, Holmes. Plus, this business cannot remain secret much longer. And Scotland Yard would like to take over the case again, and I would gladly give it to them.
You are correct, Watson. Even if Chief Warder Smith sent 2/3 of his men on holiday to minimize the risk of leaks, the authorities would be aware with very little delay that something was afoot in London. And they would want to take over the case, as you say. But Scotland Yard is once again facing a strong opponent and is up against a resounding failure. There is no question of my stepping down or even thinking of resting, not while England is being menaced by Arsène Lupin.
As you wish, Holmes. If only I had known that one day you would be giving me lessons in patriotism.
Now, try to figure out the meaning of these messages.
But how, Holmes?
They are illegible, Watson, but as Lupin seems to be a magician when the mood strikes him, it may well be a conjuring trick. Elementary.
What we need to make note of here is Catherine a saint, and also Raphael, Solario, Crivelli and Lochner, who I believe are artists.
Incomprehensible yet again.
Nay, Watson, this letter talks of painting amongst other things, and I bet Lupin wants to gain some time by having us strolling around London, but this time I anticipate arriving at the site of the next theft before he does. Watson, you're spent. You must rest this morning, and I'll take care of this alone. I'll come back to collect you around 11 o'clock. I must find something that resembles the description given in the poem.
Now, if we go back to Sherlock's...
I have no reason to go there.
Oh, okay. I thought there was a point where we could go in there as Sherlock. It's not important. But the time that I did, he didn't make any comments about things being out of place or missing. At least they've cleared up these paintings now.
Hello, gentlemen. Judging by the calm, our little ploy regarding the mildew has worked.
Indeed. As long as it doesn't work beyond our expectations, and we will get our visitors back when we reopen. So, have you found the Fighting Temeraire?
I must confess not, but we are making progress on the case. As for the investigation, I have the names of 4 artists who may have paintings on exhibit here.
I am feeling weary and out of sorts after all of the commotion, and I am not able to help you any further. The museum, however, is all yours.
Thank you. Farewell, gentlemen.
Now, if I remember correctly, 3 of these paintings are in the Italian gallery.
Here's what I've been looking for. And here's St. Catherine of Alexandria by Raphael. Here's what I've been looking for. Here is St. Catherine of Alexandria by Solario. Here's what I've been looking for. It's St. Catherine of Alexandria by Crivelli.
And the last one, I believe, is in the German side.
Here's what I've been looking for. Look, a Lochner entitled St. Catherine of Alexandria. There, I've made note of the 4 paintings indicated in Lupin's poem. I shall return to Watson and we'll put our heads together.
Holmes has left at last. I'm worn out, but I have no choice. I must take advantage of his absence by recovering his Legion of Honor. I'll make haste to the bank and then attempt to find the crooks to whom I pawned it. There, I've been able to gather a sufficient sum of money. Now to the Golden Lion. Couldn't pay attention.
Couldn't pay attention to what? And it seems like the big guy just here has disappeared.
Closed.
Oh. This guy must still be undercover.
Tell me, my good man, do you remember me? Last night I was in the next room where I pawned an object that I have come to buy back. Where can I find those concerned?
Just where do you think you are? In the Duchess's front parlour? If there ain't nobody, it's 'cause there ain't nobody, and I don't know no more than that. We don't ask questions here, we drink and shut it.
It's a scandal. You'll hear from me, Mr.
Why, Doctor, what lucky happenstance. Have you recovered from last night's temper?
Oh, hello there. It's lucky that I have found you here. I've collected the amount necessary to buy back the medal that I pawned yesterday. You look like someone who might know the ruffians who were holding the bookseller. Do you know where I could find them?
You aren't serious, I hope. I don't know them any better than you. Earlier in the evening, I had them round in hopes of gleaning a few morsels, but that's all. I had thought that you, like me, had bluffed, and that your trinket wasn't worth a nicker. By this time, it has certainly been melted and sold as bullion. At best, it's still in the window of a pawnbroker's.
What are you telling me? You're going to tell me where I can find these rogues and the medal. Otherwise, you'll find yourself in the thick of it, because I've got friends in high places. I do.
Why, Doctor, you're acting like a common thug. I, who have done everything possible for you.
You must excuse me. I do apologise. How could you know? I seem to have lost my usual aplomb. This case is dragging on, and to top it all off, I have lost my friend's medal.
Don't worry, I've seen worse. As for your head, it's sleep that you need. Your ideas will be much sharper after a rest.
Impossible. My friend will be returning any moment, and then we'll end up I don't know where in London in order to stop... but I've said too much. The men who have the medal, is there any way to find them?
Maybe, but I'll have to call in a few favours, and that takes time. And money.
I have 100 guineas. Will that suffice?
That should do the trick, but I can't guarantee anything. In any case, I'll do all that I can, I promise you, to help retrieve the medal.
Thank you very much.
I'll get to it immediately, but don't forget that you owe me one. Or 3, rather.
Watson, I thought I'd be dragging you out of bed.
I was summoned to visit a patient.
Obviously a hypochondriac.
Eh? Yes. How did you know?
Otherwise you would have taken your medical bag along.
Yes. By Jove, you are clever.
As for the case at hand, which must be our priority, we must find to which treaty is referred in the latest message from Lupin. I just came from the National Gallery, and I think we have all of the elements necessary to formulate an answer. What do you think, Watson?
It's Holmes who went to the art gallery and uncovered all these clues, but he's expecting Watson to know the answer without informing him of what he's found.
The Treaty of Alexandria. Exactly, Watson.
Would it not be the one following our victory over Napoleon Bonaparte?
Undoubtedly, Watson, but we need details. I'll go see Barnes. His store wasn't open when I arrived, but it should be now. Rest for a while, and I'll be back soon.
With pleasure, Holmes.
Now, forgive my pronunciation, but Miagius in the thread has a suspicion about Piers. And I believe... Piers Allen. I'm not going to give you any clues, but that name is not what it appears. See if you can figure it out.
Oh, hello, Mr. Holmes. What can I do for you?
Good day, Barnes. I'm looking for a book that deals with English victories and the subsequent treaties, the Treaty of Alexandria in particular.
You'll have to excuse me, but I am already run off my feet this morning as I need to relabel some of the books. I'll leave you to look for yourself. There must be something in the history shelf near the back.
I found it, Barnes. I'll take it.
Fine, Mr. Holmes. You'll settle up later? You see, it's quite a rare book. Quite dear, too.
You little shit. I'll deal with you later.
Day, Mr. Holmes.
Good day, Ruffles.
I've got a message for you, I have. Direct from the yard. I'm supposed to bring you to Inspector Lestrade quick as can be. There's going to be a right important meeting, there is. The PM himself will be there.
For once, Lestrade is ahead of the game. Listen, Ruffles, in order to save some precious time, will you bring a message to the Inspector? Tell him to meet me here with as much of the force as he can muster, but he must be discreet. Do you understand?
Right, Mr. Holmes. I'll be off, I will.
Thank you. Let's head to Baker Street.
We're already here. But I believe that the constable is waiting for you outside the bookstore. He must have just spawned here because we spawned here. That's very convenient. And I quite like that as well. It means we're not running around like a blue-ass fly.
Up, Watson. It's time.
The wave. No! It will engulf me! The tentacles! Ah!
Come, my friend. That's all finished and behind us. Compose yourself. We have an appointment in half an hour with the Prime Minister.
I'm still dreaming. The Prime Minister.
Here's our next destination, Watson. The British Museum. Come on now. Make haste. We're ahead of the game at the moment and we want to remain that way.